Welcome to the first episode of the Never Pause podcast, where you should never give up on your dreams. Today, we're going to be speaking about overcoming setbacks. So a setback is basically something that delays or reverses your progress. And I want to know, have you got something that used to hold you back, or still is now? If so, this podcast is for you, and I'll give you some good advice. Let me know in the comments. So, I'm going to start with my story. And in June 2022, I started going to the gym. And I wanted to get a bit stronger, because I was quite small at the time. Felt like I'd get pushed about a bit. I was struggling to bench 30 kilograms, and then fast forward a few months, and I started making substantial progress. I was hitting PRs every few weeks. I managed to hit a 60 kilogram bench press in January of 2023.
Nice one.
Bear in mind, I started 6 months prior to that, roughly. And by May 2023, I could do 60 kilograms for 3 reps and 65 kilograms for a couple reps with bad form. But I'm still happy that I've done it, and that's the main thing. And in June, I reached 70 kilograms on the bench and hit a PR. So now we get to the bad part, and it caused a major setback for me, and that is dumbbell press, my nemesis. So when I started in June 2022, I could hardly do 8 kilograms on a dumbbell press. I think this was due to muscular imbalances and just overall being weak in general. And a few months later after I started, I got to 12 kilograms. Then after pushing and pushing, by December I could do 14 kilograms for about 7 reps. I was 15 at this point, and a couple of months later in February 2023, I could do 16 kilograms for about 7 reps. And I just turned 16 at the time, and in March I could do 20 kilograms for 3 reps. It got to May and the weight didn't increase, but I managed to do 7 reps of 16 instead of 3, all through staying consistent and pushing on each set. So you can see hard work actually gets you far if you don't give up. But here's the thing. In mid-June I was pushing till failure on the dumbbell press with 16s. And then I'd done about 15 reps. And I was fatigued, so I awkwardly put down the dumbbells. What happened was my left humerus partially slipped out of place, which is like a partial dislocation. And then I went back in place when the dumbbell hit the ground, but I was in agony. So I went to the walk-in centre and I had an x-ray, and I demonstrated to the doctors what happened. So I showed him and it came out again. And I knew at that point it was quite serious. The results came back, but nothing was broken at all. So I was happy with that, but I knew obviously it'll be bad. It turns out I had left shoulder subluxation, which means that I have a weak rotator cuff in the left shoulder. So I was given some physio to sort it out, and I kept on doing it. After I found this news that I had a subluxing shoulder, I took a couple of weeks break from the gym. I was given a physio routine to follow until the rotator cuff fully heals. And when I came back, I just stopped doing dumbbell press completely after that. And I done bench press but went lighter. And I lost quite a bit of strength from that, as I was taking it easy and stopped progressing in the gym, which frustrated me. And it did turn into a mental game at that point. Even though I was so discouraged to come to the gym, I still came to the gym and I done what I could without making my injury worse. And also completed my shoulder physio at home. After a few months, it started getting better, and I realised that this injury has happened for a reason. It was a turning point in my life, and it taught me some valuable lessons. One of them being that you will only get something if you want it bad enough. And I'm grateful for that, since I had a true passion for the gym. By August, I started going heavier on the bench press and managed to do 60 kilograms for 3 reps again, and 65 kilograms for a couple. Bear in mind, I haven't done that for a few months, so it felt good to me. Even though I didn't progress further, I came back to where I started, and that's the main thing. I didn't let it defeat me. And I continued doing it, and I dealt with the setback well. And I was proud of myself for a change. And then by September, I started doing dumbbell press again. I picked up where I left off with 16 kilograms and I challenged my nemesis. And by the end of September, I could do 18 kilograms for 7 reps, and at the end of October, I could do 10 reps. I could do 20 kilograms in November on the dumbbell press of 7 reps also, so I was progressing fast. But then December came and progression slowed down again. But I did go on holiday, had to spend time with family, and I'm happy with that. But it did hold me back a bit. But that's alright, because you got to enjoy the process. But when I came back in December, January time, end of January, I was attempting 22 kilograms every week, but I couldn't do it. Fast forward to mid-January, I could do 22 kilograms with 5 reps comfortably. And to be honest, during the process of building my bench back up, I finally managed to hit 70 kilograms on the bench again in September, and then continue to develop my number of reps. I could do 60 and 65 kilograms. By the end of January, I could do 60 kilograms for 7 reps. This 60 kilogram bench for 7 reps was actually quite a struggle, but I did do it in the end. Hard work does pay off if you can see this video. And then 65 kilograms for 4 reps. I'm really pleased with this video, to be honest. I've done 4 reps. I know it's cut at the end, but it was such a grind. And all this happened because I didn't give up. And I persevered. I still have not hit 24 kilos on the dumbbells, but I'm going to try my best. And hopefully by the end of February, I'll be able to do a few reps. So, from my experience, and I'm going to reflect on what's happened, and that is, I will say that I'm quite lucky with the outcome. You always got to remember that I wanted it bad enough, so I pushed for it all. And you should do the same if you want to achieve something that bad. When you push through and get to the other side of the battle, when you look back, you can look back proudly, and you can say that you've done it, and it means a lot. And another thing you should learn from this is that you can relax once the work is done. And I feel like it's quite dumb procrastinating, as you're sacrificing your future happiness for now. And that's not great, as that can compound and end up building up. And a little pain and uncomfortableness now is an investment into feeling good later. Thank you for watching.